Hi everybody. So this video is a quick video, as quick as I can make it, to walk you guys through your syllabus and your course calendar. You're going to have a short quiz after this, so make sure you do open and save this. And make sure you pay attention to the important parts like the deadlines. So really quick to walk you through this. If you need me, this is my email. It's brittany.estes@my.tccd.edu. This course runs through July 5th. And it's an online course, obviously. You guys are doing American Lit to 1865, so this is a really nice study of the foundational texts of what essentially becomes the American national identity. So we're going to go all the way from founding texts, so all the way from Columbus and Cabeza de Vaca, all the way up to basically the Revolutionary War. So you guys can read your course goals and your learning outcomes, but the important thing is that you know that you do need the textbook for this course. So there is a Norton Anthology of American Literature, Beginnings to 1865. I say get the current edition. You can get the current, you can get a previous edition. It's cheaper. It's totally up to you. What's going to be different is going to be the page numbers. So I actually don't have the current edition. The teaching edition I have is the 8th edition. So if you get the 9th or an earlier one, you may not have the same page numbers as me, but that's okay. It's not a problem. And there are 2 volumes that should be packaged together in this. I always have students who email me asking for the ISBN number. I don't actually have the ISBN number for the current edition, so you may just Google and find this exact text, and you'll come up with the right one. Anything else that you need is going to be made available by me. You do need the correct software. One thing you have to have for this course is Word. So you can get Microsoft Word for free online. If you don't have Word, you need to go download it now. You cannot turn in essays in PDF or Pages or Notes or any other format than Microsoft Word. And you might also need to access or enable Flash if you don't have Flash. So if you are using an iPad or an iPhone to access some of this content, it's not actually going to be able to access all of the content. So you will need a laptop of some kind or a computer of some kind, because I have students who often email me asking for presentations that maybe aren't working or something like that. It's because Flash is not enabled on those devices. So you will have to be able to access via a computer at some point. Blackboard, if you need information on how to use Blackboard for this course, I have a video that I've created that's going to be uploaded under the announcements for the first week, and then it'll be under the syllabus tab for the rest of the course, and it's called Blackboard 101, and it'll walk you through exactly how to use Blackboard for this course. So you guys have a 3 units, really it's 4 units that are being condensed into 3 because of the length of this course. So your first essay is going to be a mini essay, and that's actually worth 10% of your grade. Your second essay is 20% of your grade, and your third essay is actually putting 2 units together, so that's going to be the last 2 weeks of the course. That one will be 30% of your grade. You do not have a final exam for this course. However, and I believe that says 60, you should make that 60% of the final grade. These units together will account for 60% of the grade. The remaining 40% of the overall grade is going to be earned through quizzes. So quizzes are 10% of your grade. The weekly blog is 10% of your grade. Online discussion board assignments are 10%. Writing assignments are 5%, and attendance and participation are 5%. The grading scale, if you need it, is right here. And an incomplete, if you have an incomplete situation, it's something that you and I will have to work out together. These traditionally only occur if it's something that is sort of a catastrophic disaster, like a death in the family or a massive injury or something like that. But if it is needed, we will work that out, and basically it means that you will complete the course at a later time. Essays. So essays are submitted by Blackboard, or submitted on Blackboard by midnight on the Sunday of the assigned week that they're due. So everything in this course is going to be due on a weekly basis on Sunday at midnight, and that includes the essays. So you'll have a full week available to you to work on all of the content and all the material that you need. You can work ahead if you need to. So traditionally, when I have this course, I close each unit. But because this course is so short, I'm going to go ahead and open up all 3 units so that if you need to work ahead, you can. So Every week we'll have designations for the week. So week 1, say, is April 2nd through 6th. What I've done is I've designated it as a Monday through Friday designation, but everything will actually be due on Sunday. So I do this just to help me keep track of the work week, but that does not mean that everything is due on Friday the 6th. So for example, if we have week 1 and it's Monday, April 2nd through Friday, April 6th, that means everything is due on 2 days later on the Sunday, the April 8th. And I always make sure to write out what the week is and when everything is due at the beginning of the folder. So essays are going to be MLA style. So that means 1-inch margins, double space, Times New Roman Arial, or Cambria 12-point font. Standard MLA, so you always have to have a bibliography. And then everything is going to be checked through Safe Assign for plagiarism. Late work is not accepted simply because this is a self-paced course, and also because it is a very short course, so we're not going to be able to have time to have any late work. Grades, you will be able to track your grades in Blackboard's gradebook tool. I will keep it updated as fast as humanly possible, so you will always know where you're standing in the course. The attendance policy, there is attendance policy in place for online courses. If you attend, or if you do less than 15%, if you do 15% of the class instruction, meaning you're missing more than 15% of the assignments, then you can be dropped from the course by the instructor. So that information is there. The withdrawal policy, if you need it, that information is right there. And I have your important dates right here. So please note that participation means that you are engaging in discussion boards, you're doing your assignments, and you're emailing me if you have questions. So make sure that you are communicating with me if something's going on. So your classes will begin on June 4th. Your final add drop day is June 28th, and then your final day of class is July 5th. All right, the important stuff here is that we talk about academic dishonesty really quickly. So academic dishonesty simply means that you plagiarize an assignment for the course. Now, this can be plagiarism from the internet, it can be plagiarism from another student, or it can be plagiarism from a previous work of your own. So, for example, if you have a discussion board and you take that discussion board and you copy and paste it into your essay, and it's a significant chunk of your essay, that is plagiarism because you're plagiarizing your own work rather than creating a new assignment or a new argument. So the point I need to stress about plagiarism is that it is really, really not worth it for a single course. Because if you plagiarize, you will receive a failing grade on the assignment. You could fail the course. You could be subject to possible disciplinary procedures from the college. You can even be kicked out of the college. If you're in any extracurricular activities, that can also impact your standing and whether or not you're allowed to do those extracurricular activities. So my point is, do not plagiarize. It's not worth it. Please don't. I will catch it. I promise you. If I don't catch it, Safe Assign will. So if you don't know how Safe Assign works, basically what it does is it goes out and it searches a huge database of not only anything and everything that's ever existed on the internet, but anything that students have turned in via TCC or other colleges. It's a humongous database. So what it does is it'll highlight whatever's plagiarized. It'll show me the source, whether it's another student's paper, whether it's the internet, whether it's a previous work of your own. And it'll link me directly to the source so I can compare them side by side and I can see the plagiarism. So as I said, it's really, really, really not worth it. Don't do it. And along those lines, silly things like trying to extend essays by making font size 13 or changing the margins or whatever those, all these little tricks are. I only say this because I open every single essay that you guys submit and I make sure that it's formatted correctly. I make sure it has the right margins. I make sure it's the right size font. I make sure that the spacing is correct. So you're not adding 10-point space behind paragraphs. So just please make sure that you're not doing any of these silly academic dishonesty things because it's not worth it to fail the course or get it kicked out of a college just to, try and get through a 3-page essay. So that is my warning and my caveat, so please make sure you don't do that. Instructor information, if you email me, I promise you'll get a response within 24 hours, usually much sooner than that. I do work full-time during the day, so I tend to check things at night. So if you don't get a response till the evening, that's why. Everything is going to be returned within 2 weeks. This is my standard procedure. Obviously, within this course, it's much faster, so I'll work to try and get everything back to you guys much faster. Online office hours will be held upon request, so if you need me, reach out to me. There's an IM feature in Blackboard that we can use. Student support services, if you need student support services, those are right here. Disability services, if you need something that requires a disability service, what you need to do is contact this office right here, and they will create a form that comes to me that lets me know what the accommodation needs to be. You can also reach out to me directly if you like. If you just want to kind of discuss what the accommodation needs to be, but it does have to go through this office first, and there is some paperwork involved. So if you do need any type of accommodation, please reach out to Disability Services, and they'll make sure that I get all the correct information. And last but not least, technical requirements. If you have access to the internet, make sure that you're using a good browser like Firefox or Safari or Firefox, Mozilla. These should be updated probably to Chrome or Safari. Make sure you turn off your pop-up blockers and enable your plugins. Make sure you have Adobe Reader, Java and Flash, and a Microsoft Office suite, hopefully at least Microsoft Office Word. Make sure that your system is free of spyware, and make sure that you have access to your MyTCC email. If there is a technical issue, you need to call this number 1. That's the 24/7 help desk. They're amazing. I've used them many a times. Secondarily, you should screenshot what the issue is and send me an email at that time so that I understand what the issue is and when it occurred. I have been teaching this for a very long time, and I've been using Blackboard for a long time, so I do have some workarounds about some things, but I am not by any means a technical expert, so usually the 24/7 help desk is going to be your best bet. Alright, so I'm going to very quickly walk you guys through your course calendar as well. So this is a short course, and again, this is all subject to change if need be, but right now my goal is to make sure that you guys get things done where you have plenty of time at the end of the course, so you're done before the 4th of July, because I don't want you to have to be trying to complete a final paper over 4th of July. So the first unit, Early Encounters, is actually going to be the first week, and that's why I've created this as a mini essay. So it's a short essay that's going to be due in the first week. You'll read basically three authors that week, plus you'll do your sort of basic and introductions to Blackboard and to the course. So that first essay is going to be due on Sunday, June 10th. And then we're going to move into the Enlightenment unit. So you'll be reading some foundational text from the Founding Fathers. So you'll have Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, John and Abigail Adams, and then a selection of female poets. And then, like I said, you'll also have an essay due that week. So the goal here, being a 4-week course, is that you will do your readings and your assignments early into the week, giving you at least 2 or 3 days to write your essay. So this one is going to be due on Sunday, June 17th. And then after those sort of very quick 2 weeks, which I know it's a lot to pack in 2 weeks, but the goal is to give you guys plenty of time in these last few weeks to be able to write and be done well ahead of 4th of July. So you will be reading either James Fenimore Cooper or Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and then you'll do Edgar Allan Poe for your Romanticism unit. And then we move into Transcendentalism, so you'll read Emerson and Thoreau. And then the next week you'll also read either Whitman or Dickinson, and then Frederick Douglass. So like I said, I'm leaving these all of these units open so that you can work ahead if you want. So if you get to week 3 and you have time, you want to go ahead and start on week 4, please feel free. But you'll get your third essay assignment here in week 4, and then that essay you'll have sort of the weekend to work on it as much as you want, so work ahead again in this case. You will have your third and last essay due by midnight on Monday, June 2nd. And then there's an extra credit opportunity that you can take advantage of if you want by midnight on Tuesday, June 3rd. So if you do the extra credit, you'll be done after Tuesday. And if you don't do the extra credit, you'll be done after Monday, leaving you guys plenty of time to enjoy your holiday. So if you have questions about any of this, let me know. Otherwise, I hope it is pretty self-explanatory. And you're going to go ahead and move on and do a syllabus quiz now. And as I said, make sure you kind of get started early so that you can move to the content and writing your mini essay before the end of the week sneaks up on you.